Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to In Your House, starring Alakan House and my man, Michael Hutcherson. That's Mikey Hutch. This is the People's Talk Show. Haha. Hey guys, you already know who it is. It's your boys, Con and Hutch, ready to get at work when it comes to this professional wrestling business. That is what we do, and hey, we love it. So let you guys know where you guys can listen to the podcast at. You guys can listen to it at Apple Podcast, Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Himalaya. Hey, you don't have an Apple device? That's alright. We're on Google Play. Anywhere that you guys are, we can get to you. And oh man, we are back at In Your House, the In Your House show. And there's a whole lot of things going on wrestling wise, but we really want to touch on something that was really big. And man, once again, the Firefly Funhouse came back and it hit again.
Again, man, I've been preaching the gospel on this gimmick, this story since day one with it. And this was no exception. They had me at feeding Devil Vince money. That was a close one. Whew. I mean, I don't know how real that was, because it kind of had me in the mind of, were they like, maybe we need to dumb this down, but we put water it down a little bit, possibly. But Vince making all this money, though. Well, God damn it, pal. Go ahead. Fuck it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Put your devil bullshit out there. It's fine. He knows me. I know him. We're like this. Anyway.
They know each other well.
Yeah. They're homies. Anyway, but yeah, I love this segment, man.
I thought it was great.
And it just adds yet another layer. And I'm not sure, man. You guys may want to go back a little bit, man. Bray Wyatt has told us about the Fiend since the beginning. There was a video that Bray Wyatt did back in, I want to say 2015. It was like Wrestling Ghost Stories or something like that. He spoke of the Fiend then.
What?
He spoke of the Fiend then. Jesus, this guy, he's the host. Anyway, he spoke of the Fiend back in 2015. So again, this is not just something he's just pulling out of nowhere. I think Bray knows where this is going. He's known where this is going since the beginning. Yeah. So again, I can't wait to see where it goes. And then there's talks as well. Again, as they've alluded to in this week's episode, that Bray Wyatt challenged for the Universal Championship.
Yeah, and we're not sure if it's going to be Braun Strowman or Seth Rollins, but he covered both bases because he technically challenged both.
Yeah, because again, he's an equal opportunist.
Yeah, he's coming for the smoke for everybody. And man, what was up with Ramblin' Rabbit asking for help and he kind of pushed him off to the side?
I don't know if we should talk about that. I think that's a whole lot of none of my business, Con, and I'm not going to meddle in other people's and/or rabbits' affairs.
All right.
So, but all the best to you, champ.
I know, right? All right, yeah. As a matter of fact, I didn't bring that up. I don't need any fiends coming behind me or anything like that. I remember what happened. Whoa! Don't scare me like that, man. You remember what happened to Jerry Lawler?
Man, that ain't good. Oh man, it about happened to me, bro. You about to have to be solo.
But I really did enjoy that segment. They brought it right back, and we've said it before. We've said it on the podcast. Go back and check out the podcast where we've talked about Bray Wyatt. We've talked about the Firefly Funhouse. We've talked about it on a lot of different episodes, and we both know that it's easier to fuck this up than it is to sustain it, in my opinion.
Right, and as we know, we've all been hurt before. Thank you, Vince.
Man, for real. You're not lying. You're not lying. But thus far, in this Firefly Funhouse, Bray Wyatt, The Fiend endeavor so far, I have not been disappointed, you guys. I haven't at all. What about you, Hutch?
They did have that one segment where it kind of felt out of place.
Right.
Where it was he ended up having the sledgehammer, and I think it's when he killed Ramblin' Rabbit.
Yeah.
And that to me kind of seemed out of the box in regards of the timeline of the story, because it didn't add anything. But it didn't ruin it by no means either. It had me kind of worried, because I'm just like, who else's hands were involved in this? Because it seemed like there was kind of some other stuff. But other than that, very, very, and that's nitpicking, We do that here sometimes. There's really nothing bad to talk about. Not that we dwell on the negative, but I digress. It, that was the only misstep on it. And again, it all works for me, man. Yeah. And I love, again, it all works. The music, just everything. It all comes together. I love his whole zany squad.
Yeah, I love it too. I love it too. And to be honest with you, man, I'm ready to see where it's going. I'm ready to see where it continues to go. I mean, if he gets a title shot, if he actually does get a title shot at Hell in a Cell, I don't see why he wouldn't win.
I don't see why he wouldn't win either. And just to do some fantasy booking here, I say if they're going to go ahead and go that route, give him the title. And you want to bring in your legends and use them the right way, bring in Kane at the Rumble. Have Bray Wyatt steamroll Kane. Lead into Mania. Here comes Taker. Do the right thing. Make this Taker's last match.
That's got to be it after that, bro.
What else can he do?
If they do Fiend and Undertaker at WrestleMania, you can't bring back Taker after that. No more.
None.
No more.
None. I don't care how much blood money they try to give you in Saudi Arabia. They don't.
None of it.
No.
None of it.
No.
I gotta say, man, I really did like the part when he was, feeding the money to Vince or whatever.
Yeah. Like, again, I just thought that was great because, again, we know Vince loves money and, he'll let stuff go if there's a profit. And every bit of merchandise, from what I gather about Bray Wyatt, has been selling like hotcakes, even though, personally, I can't say that I like the designs of some of them. I think the mask is a little bit lacking. Mm-hmm. But whatever, they have it and they're running with it, and I hope they continue to make money on it because that means we're going to see more of this stuff, and they're going to continue to let Bray do their thing, do his thing rather. Yeah. Well, if you count the multiple personalities, depending on how you look at it.
You're wrong, bro.
Well, that sometimes usually is the case. You, on the other hand. Yeah. Anyway, so, but yeah, man, like I said, I'm with it. I'm all about this, and I can't wait to see where it goes, and I hope he gets the strap. And
absolutely, man, absolutely. And man, speaking of money and fun houses, man, it's that time.
Yeah, we got to pay those bills. And
man,
they got a really spacious place to pay on. So we'll be getting you guys a tour, excuse me, on that here soon. But yeah.
Absolutely, guys, absolutely. And you already know what time it is. It is time for one of our other members of the household to get what he deserves, and that's a little bit of shine, and that is the man behind the location, the new location, and that's Location Jason 2.0. And check it out, because it is time for him to plug away. We'll be right back. Check it out.
Hey, everybody. It's me, Location Jason. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I'm glad that I'm here to work within your house from now to the future. Check out our website, Dragon's Horde Coin and Games. We buy everything. We want your stuff. Are you broke right now? Cause we aren't. Look at this. $4,000 in magic cards. I don't care about that. Not one bit. We got bars of gold upstairs. Come get some money. Go ahead. Hit up our website, message us. We buy gold, we buy platinum, we buy silver, we buy magic cards, we buy jewelry. Whatever you want to sell us, bring it here. Have a good weekend on us. Get you a little piece of the empire.
Guys, that was Location Jason 2.0. Whew.
Man, that's right. You saw that Bray Wyatt segment, feeding Vince money. Come out here to Location Jason's place and feed him some of your money.
Absolutely. That's Dragon Hordes, and it's moved. It's still in Anderson, Indiana, but now it's at a new, better location. That's 2210 Scatterfield. Check it out. It's an awesome place. They're throwing it all together. It is going to be so dope, and we got a whole lot of fantastic plans with this place between Dragon Hordes and in your house, and it's going to be awesome. But man, speaking of awesome, we hit the road a little bit, bro.
We did. Caught one of the most unique wrestling show experiences.
Yeah.
I can say that I've ever been to live.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I fell in love.
I loved it too, man. I really did too. I wasn't sure how I felt at first, but when I processed it, I really loved it. And that's Bizarro Lucha in Indianapolis, Indiana. And it was at the Indiana City Brewing Company. And I had a blast, man.
I mean, it was cool. Like as soon as we got there, I mean, you kind of just again the vibe, just the unique crowd that was there. Again, we really get into it in detail on the podcast, which we'll get into. But but yeah, just the venue was awesome, and everybody was welcoming and nice, and the talent was just great, and just stuff the likes of which I've never seen before.
Yeah, man.
And it's hard to find words in any dialect to describe my experience of it, because again, I was bewildered, I was perplexed, I was enthralled, I was excited, captivated. I mean, it was just all of that. Yeah. So,
I agree, man. I agree. It was one of the most unique wrestling shows I've ever been to, and I say this on the pod, but you guys definitely, if you want to hear us talk about Bizarro Lucha in depth, you have to go back and listen to the podcast. We break it down. We have Indy Mike from the Squared Circle City show come on and talk about it. So if you want to hear it in depth, hear us really break it down, check that out. But one thing that I did say on the pod was that myself, and I know that I think I can speak for you as well, I've always been critical of Indiana wrestling crowds. I just don't think they get hype enough. We went to this show, and that was not the case. That was not the case. That crowd was lit, bro.
Lit as soon as we got there. Like, as soon as the show kicked off, they're doing the pre-show. And again, we go into more detail on the podcast, as Con mentioned. But they were, as the kids say, lit. Right out of the gate. Right out of the gate. And not to say that there was anything bad there. I mean, as you'll hear on the pod, there's one particular segment that didn't quite land for me. Not that it was bad. Again, it's all subjective. It just didn't quite land for me, and I feel like I do an adequate job of explaining why. Yeah. Go to the podcast, check it out, give me feedback if you want. Yeah. Again, it's all subjective. I still love the talent that was involved. However, again, if there was a bad segment in the ring, the crowd would have still made it awesome. Oh, yeah. Because as you know, the crowd is, the fifth man, whatever kind of cliche you want to use. For sure. It's a sports ball analogy there for you.
Good job.
But thanks, man. It doesn't.
You're doing all right.
Anyway, but yeah, like again, like an excellent crowd can make a 3-star match a 5-star one.
That's it. That's it.
So, and this crowd wanted to do that for everybody. So, I mean, if I was a talent, I would absolutely adore working in front of this crowd. Yeah. Because I feel like it would be easy to, again, not to say it's easy to work them or anything, but I just feel like it would be easy to be organic because it's real. That reaction is real.
They're passionate.
They love what they see. And, and I will say a line here that I said on the pod. When we got there, we did feel like outcast a little bit because we were dressed different. We were dressed for a wrestling show.
Yeah.
We weren't dressed for this show, though.
No.
And I believe the line I said I'll go ahead and give it away here, that I felt like I wore a Nickelback t-shirt to a Slipknot show. It just didn't feel right at first, but everybody was welcoming. Yes. And we have this line that I say on the show all the time, that we are one. If there's anything that encompasses that, it's Bizarro Lucha. Because in the crowd, you saw such diversity in people. I don't want to sit here and throw out labels. I don't want to sit here and assume what people are. But you saw a very diverse crowd there, all cheering for the art that is professional wrestling. Right. And if that doesn't tell you that we are one, I don't know what does. That's the brief synopsis that I want to give for this show right now.
Absolutely, and we had a great main event between Calvin Tankman and MLW star Mance Warner. Definitely, it is awesome. You can check it out on Indiana Wrestling, IndependentWrestling.tv. Even though it was an Indiana wrestling show, and it was a great Indiana wrestling show, and that main event was fantastic. You definitely want to check that out. And man, I had the time of my life, and I think we both agreed. We both go back.
I'd go back at $20. All of this cost us $20 and a road trip to Indy, which is driving on the road. We're getting used to that with what we're doing.
Yeah, for sure.
And stay tuned because we're about to be doing some more. But again, anyway, back to this show. Again, at $20, man, and the show was what, 3.5, 4?
Yeah.
I mean, but it didn't feel long. It didn't feel like a long show. It was the most, how to use their word, bizarre, crazy, zany exciting roller coaster ride that I can say I've ever been on live, and I'd gladly stand in line to do it again.
Me too, man. Me too. So that's Bizarro Lucha. Definitely check that out. They have another show coming up next month, their finest hour, and it's going to be absolutely awesome. Sadly, it's their last show of this year, but if you want to check it out, check it out. We're definitely going to talk more about it on our social medias, try to push it as soon as we have all the posters and everything out, because I think they've already got it out. So we'll put it on our social medias for you guys out there in the household to check it out. And it was an awesome show, and man, it was just a good vibe, good positive vibes. But now, man, there's not going to be any positive vibes on this new segment.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure if you have young ones around. You may want to hide them. I will not. Mikey Hutch, Can't Touch Hutch, will not be held responsible nor accountable for what may or may not transpire in this next segment. I'm not going to apologize for it because, with all due respect, it is our show.
Right.
And if you don't like it, go ahead and hit that stop button and go ahead and keep on swiping. But yeah, brace yourself because thunder's coming.
Oh yeah, but I will say this: it's about to get really heavy, and I want to let you guys know that the thoughts and feelings of this next segment does not reflect in your house at all. But guys, we're introducing you to a new segment, and that stars dogs, and it's called Lowlife Laments. Check it out.
Baby, you're the highlights of my low life.
This business is one based on a foundation of tradition, paying your dues, and earning respect. And I'm okay with that. I've worked shows setting up chairs and selling popcorn for free just so I could feel like I was part of it, man. What I'm not okay with is when the old guard refuses to pass the torch to the next generation. I see it everywhere I go. Doesn't matter if I'm working a match, sitting on commentary, or holding a camera. These overweight 40-somethings always hogging the spotlight because they're buddy-buddy with the promoter, the guy who runs the show, the guy who books the venue. It doesn't matter. Because they go way back, they've got a tight grip on the strap, and it makes me sick. And it's all because they look at themselves and they see that high school's getting further back in the rearview mirror, and they realize that's where they peaked. Then you get these young guys forced to jerk the curtain because they're too inexperienced to get any experience, and what sense does that make? I don't know, man. You see, they hold on to the spotlight so tightly because they know that it's fleeting, and then they fill the void with 3 individual pizzas that they're gonna eat by themselves because there's nothing else to fill the void in their life. I've been in locker rooms where the egos are so frail that I was forced to change in a porta potty. I've been in locker rooms where the masculinity is so fragile that they have the ring announcer introduce me as Princess Paradox. But you know what? I'll take being called a princess, being called a girl as a compliment, because I've seen how you quiver in fear from your wives at the post-show celebrations because you decided to go get trashed with the boys instead of picking your son up from baseball practice. I see it everywhere I go. And they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, and I'm really sick of getting hired to go backstage and write scripts for guys who can't hold my microphone. They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, and I've got a 12 gauge and I'm ready to put Old Yeller down. Riddle me that.
Wow. Is the house still standing? That man just set everything on fire right now.
He went in, bro.
He sure as hell did. That was quite doxic to say the least, huh?
It was.
Yikes.
It's like I said before, his thoughts and feelings do not reflect in your houses, but he went in, bro.
He really did, and let us know what you think, and I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of feeling it.
I was digging it because you could have picked Timmy up.
You picked Timmy for the game! He just wants it! dad there, man. You could have brought the orange slices for the team. You could have been there, seen him get that double in the T-ball game. But no, you had to be at the bar sipping on your natty ice, eating them stale hot wings and them nappy-ass peanuts, picking up some rat named Flo who's smoking on mainstream Marlboro Lights. Is that where you want to be in your life? No, go to the game.
Drinking on a little bit of the bubbly.
The bubbly.
A little bit of the bubbly.
Psh, come on.
Hey, man, but that last segment, it was toxic, but it's about to get really toxic.
It's really toxic. Well, I kind of got worked up here, man. I thought we were done.
It's time, bro.
Time for what? Time to go.
Oh, no, it's that time.
No, I didn't think we were ever having that time again.
Oh, it's that time. For Hutch's favorite segment, oh yes, it is time for another installment of Shit Smarks.
Go, for fuck's sake!
Check it out.
Oh, Drake, let me tell you. Check it out. My bracket right here. Your bracket. It's the winning thing right here. All right. All this, all me. Drake. What? I got this in the bag.
What's wrong, man?
You change Bray Wyatt's mask, man. It just means they're just gonna water his character down.
Bro, it's set. It's fucking set. AEW is gonna fucking smash WWE. They got in the bag with CM Punk showing up to All Out this Saturday, bro.
There ain't no chance in hell. WWE all day.
It's in the bag. It's set. What the fuck are you talking about? CM Punk.
Okay. All right, look, okay, a little rough there, you know. The bracket's not looking as good as I thought it was, but you know,
Just a little.
It's you know, it's still all right. It's all right, you know. It's fine.
Yeah, you
it's
got it.
gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine. Nothing can go wrong. All right, one slip up, no
Right.
big deal.
Man, bro, it's great to see guys that were in 205 Live get opportunities like Ali, like Buddy Murphy, and now they're in the King of the Ring tournament, and now they have meaningful matches, bro.
Ali,
Yeah,
205.
yeah.
What are you talking about?
205 Live.
What's that? What? What?
I don't give a fuck about this bracket. It's stupid. You're stupid. Get out of my face. Get out of here. I hate this show. I hate it. I'm not even gonna watch anymore. I'm not even gonna watch.
Look, man, I swear on any deity that may or may not exist, if we do that segment again, I'm done. I'm done with you. I'm done with this show. I'm done with the household. And they'll be alone, solo, doing a show by yourself.
The household loves it, bro.
You'll be nothing without me,
They love
Todd.
it. We have to keep doing it because they love it. You know whose fault this is?
Whose fault is
It's
it?
Drake.
You did.
Drake.
Give me
Where's
Drake.
Drake? There's Drake.
What's he doing over
He's
there?
just standing there.
Oh, he's good at that.
Yeah.
Who'd he ever beat? Nobody.
Drake.
Himself.
We should probably close this show out, bro.
Yeah, I think it's time.
All right,
I think we peaked.
All right, let's just take a second to.
Got to cleanse out with the bad air, in with the good air. Just.
All right. So, for weeks now, we have been promoting the crown jewel of In Your House, and that is the Mad Howse Championship, our 24/7 championship, and it's really been clamored. People have been clamoring for it all on social media. They want to know what's going on with it. I know I have a lot of people asking me about it, and we can inform them now that we do have possession of the belt now.
It has materialized.
Yes, it has.
And might I say the old gods are very pleased, and they are looking forward to having it soon.
Oh, yes.
We'll get to that.
Wait a minute, no.
Yeah, anyway. But yeah, it has materialized, and it's glorious, and I think we should show it to them.
You think we should?
I think we should. Y'all want to see it?
I think they do. You guys want to see it? Leave some comments. Let us know. We're going to show you anyway.
Anyway.
Guys, check it out. As I said before, the crown jewel of the In Your House show, the Mad Howse Championship. Here it is. That was it, man.
I am going to look amazing when I hold that title, bro. You ain't ready. You ain't ready. The world isn't ready. The NetherRealm isn't ready.
Well, I'll say this. You're not going to be ready to see that title on my shoulders. It's going to look so pretty. It's going to look so pretty on the status symbol.
Are you going to ask your wife permission to hold it? Oh, that's cute.
So, anyway, now you've seen the 24/7 championship, and we just want to explain to you a little bit what is going on with this championship and how we are going to determine our very first championship. So, amongst us in Team In Your House, we have put together King of the Ring brackets. Yes, that is the WWE King of the Ring brackets, and we have put together a system to determine who is going to win the Mad Howse Championship through point systems, and whoever wins and moving on. And within our circle, we see who is in the lead, but we're not going to reveal it to you guys. We're going to reveal that champion the week after Clash of Champions, when that person, whoever it is, gets a championship coronation ceremony on the In Your House show. Now, another rule for the Mad Howse Championship, we've said it before, but we have to reinforce it, that during shootings of the In Your House show, the Mad Howse Championship will be restricted. No pinfalls, no submissions, none of that during shooting. But any other time, it's wide open. You could be at work. It's wide open. You can be at your kids' game. It's wide open. It does not matter. You could be at school. You could be asleep. You could be having dinner. It does not matter.
Some bitches better not come in my house, I swear to God.
Hey, but that's the rules, bro. That is the rules, that it is available at all times. So you always have to keep your guard up. It is very similar to the 24/7 championship of WWE, but our title looks a lot better.
Hey, man, it is a looker, boy.
Oh, yeah.
It is a looker.
Oh, yes, yes. So be looking forward to that. The Mad Howse 24/7 championship, the championship coronation on the In Your House show. We're going to be talking it up on the podcast as well. Go listen to the podcast. I'm telling you, 14 different countries across these United States.
Including North Korea, mind you.
Oh, that's true.
That's right, because we got our listener from North Korea back.
We did!
He's back. He actually told me how he was able to do it. There's actually a group that, like we were really over in North Korea. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yes.
I don't want to say
we don't want to bring his name up.
Plus,
I got to get in trouble.
Plus, I like those numbers.
Oh, yes, absolutely, absolutely. So check out the podcast. It's still booming. Hey, In Your House is still going on strong. It does not matter the situation. Hey, we're bringing that work. So, you know what time it is, man. It is time for you to plug anything that you want to plug. Some of your social medias, hey, man, they're starting to pop a little bit.
Yeah, I'm starting to do some things again.
Yeah.
I've actually tweeted twice today. I know. And I think I'm up to like 19 or 20 followers now.
Hey, slow motion's better than no motion, bro.
That it is. You can follow me on the Twitter at Hutch IYH. Give me a follow. Let me know what you did. Chop it up about whatever. And on the Instagram, it's
Hutch in Your House.
Yeah, Hutch in Your House. It's a cornucopia, as it were. It's a blend of video game artwork and memes and wrestling stuff. Yeah, Hutch in your house. That's spelled just like the show. HOWSE. Give me a follow there. I think I'm up to like 48, 49 people. Love you guys.
And you actually had something on there that went viral too.
Yeah, there was a silly picture of Dark Souls. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with it, but it was just like, can you explain the story of Dark Souls? It was like, yeah, I can a little, or something like that. And I was just like, something about cycles and fire. If you play the game, you know what I'm talking about. And probably
if you know, you know.
Yeah, if you know, you know. If you don't know, then I guess you keep on scrolling and it don't matter. But, you know, as we say on here all the time, and I've already said the line once and I'll say it here again, you know, be it WWE, AEW, New Japan, Ring of Honor, Bizarro Lucha, I'll throw you guys in there as well, because again, they really encompass this phrase.
Oh, yeah.
We are wrestling, we are legion, we are one. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll catch you next time.
We are one. One of the great slogans of the In Your House show and the In Your House podcast. And hey, speaking of the podcast, let me let you guys know where you guys can listen to it at. You guys can listen to it at Apple Podcast, Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Himalaya. Hey, you don't have an Apple device? That's alright. We're on Google Play. Anywhere that you guys are, hey, we can get to you. And you can check us out October 5th, Heroes and Legends 13, Fort Wayne, Indiana. We are the official podcast of the entire event, and if you can't make it, but we really, really want you to make it, you can check it out on Fight TV with your boy, the Status Symbol, Con House, and the Golden Ticket, Jason Saint on commentary. Guys, what are you doing? Buy a freaking shirt. That's www.prowrestlingtees.com/inyourhouse. Guys, you can check out everything. We have all of our content, our podcast, and our web shows all on YouTube. We're going to be pushing out the YouTube a lot more, and you can check myself out. You can check Hutch out, Doc's out, Tylement. We're going to be having a huge spooky Smash Brothers tournament at Dragon Hordes, and you don't want to miss this. We got a poster coming at you guys very, very soon promoting everything that we're going to do, and it's going to be a blast. If you like a little cosplay, come on out and have a good time. Party within your house. Guys, we tell you this all the time. Hop on this bandwagon. Get on. Or get gone. Because the household, well, we going strong. You guys have a great day and a great rest of your week. Peace.